Hello everyone, Bartling here. And I hope that you and yours are having yourself a sunnier and warmer day. The older I am, the more that I think. And I think that letter W could not only stand for warmer, but it could be standing for something else. Something that I'm thinking of that you've got to start looking now this time of year in the skies for that W. The older I am, the more that I think. And I think that W could be for wisdom. Here's one from a wise person that I know. I asked him, Pat, how old are you? And Pat said, I'm so old that when we taught history, it was called current events. The W that I'm thinking of, again, keeping your eyes open to the sky, is a W for wings. And what better way to explore W for wings than a good old story to hear? So, once upon a time, there was a group of geese, and they were preparing to fly south for the winter. And as they were getting ready to take off, one young gosling goose, you see it was its first time going south, Gracie, said to another one, why do we always fly in a V formation? Is it because it's too hard to make an S? And a V looks pretty cool. Or is there another reason? And why is it that that V is not always in proportion? The leader of the flock, a wise old goose named Gus, decided to explain. Well, first of all, he said, the reason that the V is not exactly in proportion, Gracie, is that there's more geese on one side than the other. And there are actually a few good reasons why we fly in a V formation. First, it helps us conserve energy. By flying in this formation, we create draft. Now that draft makes it easier for us to fly. That's true, the goose at the front of the V has to work the hardest. But the ones behind them can take advantage of the reduced air resistance and save some energy. So we honk and honk and honk to encourage the leader of the V. Now the other geese nodded in agreement, and they were impressed with Gus's knowledge. But then young Gracie piped up. Why does the leader always have to be in the front of the V? Why can't someone else lead for a change? Oh, Gus chuckled. That's a good question, Gracie. You see, the leader has to be the strongest and the most experienced goose in the flock. They're the one who knows the best route to take and how to navigate around obstacles. When the leader gets tired, they fall back and someone else then takes that place. Okay, that makes sense, she said. But what happens if one of us gets lost or falls behind? Gus again smiled. If one of us falls behind or gets lost, we send two to wait for them and make sure that they catch up and make sure that they're okay. We're a team, and we take care of each other. With that, the geese took off into the sky, flying in their familiar V formation. And as they soared through the air, they laughed and joked and honked at each other and honked to encourage the one in front to go forward together on that common goal. And happy to be such a supportive and tight-knit group. Well, now you know why geese fly in a V formation. It's not because it looks cool or it's too hard to make an S. It's because they're smart, efficient, and loyal to each other. The result with all these wings together is a wonderful example of efficiency over just being effective, having a common goal, and encouraging each other. Maybe we humans could learn to take a thing or two from the wings of the geese. I can remember when I was younger, I would go and visit with LaDonna, my wife, to a little town called Blair, Nebraska. Blair, Nebraska was on the Nebraska side of the Missouri River. On the other side was Missouri Valley, Iowa. In between there was a national refuge called DeSoto Bend. And every fall that we would go down there, my father would make a point that we would go over to DeSoto Bend and literally see thousands upon thousands upon thousands of geese. And some of them, when you would look in the air, they indeed were in that V formation. So look in the skies, think of W for wings, W for wisdom. So until we talk again, you take care.